And here we go. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you all the way around. I was just going to go show you a bit at the beginning and at the end, but I'm going to show you all the way around. So I've just had a look at this on the computer, and you can't actually see the shape. So you can see there. You have to forgive the light. I went to have a cup of coffee and I've come back and the sun's gone and there's quite a difference on the light. So you can see even shape. Just going to turn this round, and don't try and struggle against you, whether you're right or left-handed. You know, move the item around. I'm happy working in my right-hand corner, so I'm going to move it around to make it easier. So, got some blue conifer down here. Remember, you can make this any time of the year. I've just realised amongst the greenery I've cut, I think it's zebra. There's a green, and don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. There's a flecked version. I think it's called zebra. It's a very pretty conifer. It's a thuya, Thuga. It's a pineapple conifer. So if you brush it and smell it, oh, you get a beautiful pineapple scent coming from it. A few more berries. Need some leaves in there. And there we go. A bit of bushy conifer. I'll put a little bit of that. Here it's just in there. Fill that gap. And I'm going to need to leave a few little gaps, because obviously we've got the apples to go on afterwards. Don't worry about if something's not quite in line. That'll probably be needed to be cut off. Just keep going, and we can look at that at the end. Put one clump of leaves on, because I don't want it to go too wide. There's a little bit of cedar, a bit of blue conifer, some green, it's a pity this isn't really interactive, because I'm sure there's questions you want to ask. If you go on Facebook, Teach Me Floristry on Facebook, you're welcome to ask me questions on there. This is the way I teach. This is as it is. We're not in a clinical white studio where you can do 4 or 5 retakes and, you know, clinically clean perfection. You don't get that when you're doing floristry or flower arranging. You're there in the midst of it, and you've got to cope with what you've got. Berries. Short on a few berries there. Now, what do we do when we get to the point? I'll just turn this round to you. What we need to do is we need to cut the stems off here, because you work so far about 7 centimetres, 3 inches, something like that, and then we start on the next one, on this next top of the heart. So we could just get a little bit of blue, and we're going to squash that a little bit together, and we're going to go off the end. We're going to go with that. You want to go right off the end with it, and probably put a little bit of yellow on top as well. And we're going to go right off that end. I'm going to bind that on. And then we can put the leaves, a few more leaves. And in fact I'm not going to put a piece of cedar on there because we'll put a raffia bow. We'll put a raffia bow on that point there. So that's going to stay open. So I'll just bind over a few leaves. A bit more blue conifer. Just swing this round again. Just cut this yellow up a little bit tighter. Again, don't worry about that V on the heart there. It'll all come clear. I'm not going to put the heather on top of there because it's disappearing. I need something a bit brighter. We'll go back to berries. I'm going to put a couple of clumps on that one. Now, I'm going to cut some of these leaves shorter. So I want those leaves under there, fill in that little gap. Just going to leave it for there. I'm a few berries short, I'm just going to cut some more.